Okay.
Yes, sir. Sir, I am thinking to join also the R Studio course, sir.
Okay, that's nice. Because
Yes,
that
sir.
will be related to the educational policy framing. How do
Yes,
you
sir.
frame the policy?
Yes, sir.
So that will be very useful for you.
Yes, sir.
Not
Yes, sir.
only for you, but also for other students
Sir, another
also.
researchers also, sir. Yes, sir. This is
One
the
professor of education told me,
yeah.
you said you have done very good job.
Yes,
This
sir.
is a very useful. Then I
Useful
told
and
her,
unique.
so madam, please you share it to your students.
Yes, sir.
Madam says, definitely I will share.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now I am coming to the neuroeconomics in policy decision. What is neuroeconomics? Neuroeconomics is an interdisciplinary field combining neuroscience, psychology, and economics. It offers valuable insights into policy decision making by revealing how cognitive biases, emotions, and neural processes influence choices. So, whatever our financial choice, that is determined by the cognitive biasness, our emotion, and the neural process. So, what is the difference between the neuroeconomics and the traditionally you have heard that from tomorrow, there will be total shutdown. Then what will happen? Then you want to purchase more things. Okay. Due to the fear. But actually, it does not happen. It is a propaganda. Sudden propaganda. Sometimes we are guided by faulty assumption. For example, from tomorrow, the price of onion will be very high. So we are assuming that onion price is very high or petrol will be very high. Then by this assumption, our tendency will be to purchase more. Sometimes we are guided by some brand also. And that brand may be due to some cognitive biasness. So this understanding allows policymakers to design interventions that align with actual human behavior. In public policy, neuroeconomics aids in crafting behavioral nudges. So how you will design the advertisement how we'll design the advertisement, how we'll design the brand name. So that you will get more number of consumers for your product. So there, neuroeconomics plays important role. Improving tax compliance through framing effects. Sometimes government has fixed the time for the tax submission. So that is the tax compliance through framing effects, giving some incentive and designing incentives that consider less aversion. If you provide the tax in time, then you will get some benefit. But if you cross the time, then you will be punished. So to avoid the loss, people are following the tax compliance. It helps government address economic crisis by understanding risk perception and trust in financial institutions. Sometimes government is telling public that due to some economic measures, I am requesting all of you, please you take the risk. It will be the minimal risk. And please, you trust our financial institution. So trust on the financial institution that is vital, and that is possible through the neuroeconomics. Similarly, in social policies, neuroeconomic research on fairness and cooperation informs taxation, welfare program, and labor market regulation. In political decision making, it sheds light on voter behavior and governance strategies. While neuroeconomic enhances policy effectiveness, ethical concerns regarding manipulation, privacy, and equity must be considered. Policymakers must balance choice architecture with individual autonomy, ensuring that neuroeconomic tools are public interest without coercion. The future of policymaking lies in responsibly integrating neuroscientific insight to create policies that foster economic stability, social well-being, and inclusive governance while respecting human cognitive diversity. So, as a neuroeconomist, your function is to study or is to understand the cognitive diversity. Cognitive diversity is very important. So please, you do not impose your ideas on the people without any research. Do the research, understand the cognitive diversity of the people related to your opinion, and then you make the policy. So this is the basic assumption. Now it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Most of the time, our authorities, they are assuming some of the policies based upon their heuristic approach instead of the research. So the neuroeconomics suggests that please you do the research, you understand the cognitive diversity, you understand the cognitive biasness. Try to understand the people on whom you want to impose the policy. Therefore, it is your function to conduct some research about the attitude of the people. For example, nowadays we are going to implement AI, artificial intelligence. So what is the attitude of the people towards artificial intelligence? Whether they are accepting it gladly or they have some phobia to the artificial intelligence. And you have to classify the people using stratified random sampling. That means common people and the investors. So who are your investors? Their assumption is important. Okay. So these things are very important when you want to make any policy decision. You have to study it thoroughly. You have to do more research. You have to encourage the research. If you do the research, then you can understand what the people think about the AI. And now there are different AIs. Today I have seen one AI that is called the Grok. Grok AI is another AI. Its function is little bit different from ChatGPT. So you have to understand the different types of AI and their function, so that you can use AI properly. Okay. Thank